Hello, YouTube and Hope Crew. Just wanted to say that I am very appreciative of what is happening to my YouTube channel. I see that I'm at 49 subscribers, and I see that there was a lot of comments on my page, and I just wanted to thank you for the participation in praying for Dash of Faith. I'm sure he appreciates that and everything. I didn't have much to say today, but I know it's Halloween. I do not celebrate Halloween as a Christian, but I just wanted to get on here and just tell you a little story. I always like little stories because I can relate them back to the Bible. This one is about a little girl and her aunt, and they're visiting a cathedral, and it's like late afternoon, and so the sun is shining through all the stained glass windows, and the aunt and the little girl are just looking at all the pictures in the stained glass, and the little girl's like, who is that? And the aunt tells her, well, that's St. Peter. And so they walk to the next stained glass, and the little girl's, and who is that? And the aunt says, well, that's St. John. And one last time, the little girl points at one last saint, and she asks, and who is that? And the aunt replies and says, well, that's St. James. And so the little girl pauses and just looks, and she's like, now I know. A saint is someone that lets the light shine through them. And I'm reminded about that little story, and there is a verse in the Bible in Matthew 5, chapter 14. I'm going to read that. And it says, ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. I always think about when I was a Sunday school teacher, and we used to sing this song to little children. You know the one. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. And then you go to, I won't hide it under a bushel. That's how we should be. We should let our light shine to this world, you know. I know it's Halloween and everything, and I think of the times when I was growing up, how we used to dress up for Halloween back in the 70s and 80s. You know, back then, our costumes weren't very good. They had these flimsy little suits, and they were plastic, almost like a plastic bag plastic. And the masks were plastic. I remember one time when my brother dressed up for one Halloween, and he was a stormtrooper. Well, those masks weren't very good because they were like plastic, and you could hardly see through those masks. Well, my brother tripped and fell and split his pants. Oh man. And we're like, oh no, what are we gonna do? Well, we just taped him up because it was just a plastic suit. But I think about those days and how we had fun trick-or-treating. Of course, now that we're Christian, we don't go trick-or-treating. We do celebrate like a fall festival. You know, we used to dress up like Bible characters when we had our fall festival at church. But I think about those days and how silly we were, and I think that that's how we should be as Christians. We should be silly sometimes. You know, even Jesus, you think about Jesus as a grown man, Yes, he was a grown man, but also while he's growing up, of course he had fun and he laughed and everything. He had the same emotions that we do. Um, I think about he had traditions that he followed, like the Passover, and of course in those days they did have wedding celebrations. And you think about in John chapter 2, in John chapter 2, um, he actually went to a wedding with his mother and he turned the water into wine. Of course, he was kind of mad at his mother for asking him to turn that water into wine because it wasn't his time to perform a miracle yet. It wasn't time for his ministry. So he did it before he was, or well, before his ministry, but before he was actually baptized by John. But you think about those days that Jesus, even he laughed. So we should laugh just like Jesus did because, being a Christian shouldn't be, all seriousness. And I think we should have fun. And that's all I had tonight. I didn't have a big thing planned because it's so late and it's Halloween, and I don't think I'll get any trick-or-treaters because in our apartment complex we usually don't get trick-or-treaters. But I just wanted to thank everybody for praying for Dash of Faith. And I don't know what's going on with that situation. Everybody's speculating that maybe that YouTube actually pulled his channel off, or he could have shut it down too, because we do have the option in our settings to actually delete our channels ourselves. But whatever is going on there, just continue to pray for him and his family. We don't know what's going on there. We don't know actually what happened. So, but I just wanted to thank you also for subscribing and liking my content. And if you subscribe, thank you.